Hey everybody, this is the local god, and today we're back with Clash Royale. Today we'll be showcasing a deck we've already shown before and is really popular in the past, but seems to be less popular these days. It's the Hog Trifecta deck. The Hog Trifecta, of course, being the Valkyrie, the Musketeer, and the Hog Rider. Previously very popular, very successful. All the top players on the leaderboard used it. Now, not so much because they've nerfed quite a few of these cards. They've nerfed the cannon. It doesn't have as much HP as before. They've nerfed the Hog Rider. They've nerfed the skeletons, being only 3 skeletons instead of 4. And the big one, they've nerfed the zap spell, not stunning enemies for quite as long now. So we're seeing this deck much less these days. But today we'll be showing this particular deck being used very successfully still by one of the best trifecta players there are out there that I've seen. His name's Jack from the clan Hitman. Fantastic player. So here we're going to watch some of his replays. So here we go. We'll jump straight into this tournament. And in fact, this video will come in 2 parts because it was such a long tournament. There were so many good battles to show you guys. I'm going to split this into 2 series, 2 parts. So we'll jump into it. We're a bit late now, but we can already see that we're already up in this match, getting that first tower on the right halfway down already. Opponent is playing a Giant, Witch, and Hog Rider deck. So 2 attacking cards being the Hog Rider and the Giants, targeting the buildings only. So here we go. Valkyrie, Hog Rider going in, Musketeer at the back, and they will take down that first right hand side tower. So into double elixir now. Here we go. We've got 2 elixir pumps at the back. Of course, the principle of this deck is to always have as many pumps on the field as possible to encourage your push. Valkyrie will take out all those barbarians, and the poison spell will help take out the witch and the skeleton as well. Hog Rider coming in, distracted by our cannon, and the musketeer takes it down. So another Hog Rider being placed on the left hand lane now, pushing towards that left tower. Valkyrie will take out our musketeer. Opponent pushing back now with the giant joining in the push. Valkyrie and skeletons out there to distract, and as long as the cannon as well. Opponent's giant will be taken down, but here comes another push. Hog Rider, Witch, Valkyrie, Musketeer. Unfortunately, this is not enough time, and we actually do manage to take out all those troops quite effectively as well. The poison spell helping out on defense. So that's it. First game over. Hog Trifecta deck, still very effective in this tournament. Here we go, on to the next battle. Looks like we're playing against a Royal Giant deck with the use of the Furnace. The Furnace being a very good value card being used, especially in tournaments. And it's the Goblin Barrel as well. We zap that to take that out. Valkyrie takes down the Giant, and the minions there will take down all of our troops there. So we now play the Musketeer, will take out those minions. Elixir pumped at the back, pumping elixir. Hog Rider goes in, and we have a little bit of a mini push here going on. Hog Rider will get a few shots off against that left tower. The opponent's Witch and Skeletons will take care of that. Poison Spell to help take down Skillies and the Witch, but the Valkyrie will take down our Musketeer. So we've got to defend this counter push now. The full health Valkyrie coming in, very dangerous to leave alone. And the Witch joining in to take down our Valkyrie as well. But we take them down with the help of the skeletons. So opponent plays the Furnace now, distracts and takes out our Valkyrie. Just building up elixir again. Opponent plays an elixir pump. We've got our own 2 pumps at the back as well. Alright, we're going to get a bit damaged by the fire spirits from the Furnace there, but that's okay. We poison the Furnace and the tower at the same time, and it'll also take out those fire spirits that spawn from the Furnace. So here we go, one more shot. Nope, we get distracted by the minions just in time there, and here comes a Royal Giant. We play a cannon there to distract the Royal Giant, and Valkyrie take out the Royal Giant. Missed zap spell there, that was a mistake. The goblins from the Goblin Barrel take out our elixir pump, but they also damaged the King's Tower there. So now we have 3 activated defenses. A bit unfortunate there by the opponent. Now our Valkyrie gets taken down by the opponent's Witch. Opponent counter pushing with his own Valkyrie and minions now. And the Royal Giant behind there. We're in a little bit of trouble here. Poison Spell should take down all those troops for us. Our Valkyrie takes down their Valkyrie and our tower goes down. So we lose the first tower against the Royal Giant. Opponent plays a Furnace towards our right hand side now. We poison that and the tower and finish the tower off there. So we're tied 1 tower apiece with 20 seconds to go in this battle. We suffer a bit of chip damage there from the Fire Spirits. Opponent pushing a little bit on the left hand side with a Witch and a Valkyrie, followed by some minions now. So we got to counter that with our own Valkyrie. We've got our Musketeer being placed on the right hand lane, and it should, and they do target the minions in the center. Opponent now plays a Goblin Barrel. We will play our Valkyrie there to take them down, but our Elixir Pump does get taken down there. So here's a little bit of a push now. Valkyrie's pushing in a little bit later. Our Hog Rider gets a few shots off against that right tower. Just swinging away at the river now. Royal Giant being placed by the opponent. We distract it just in time with the cannon. Opponent plays some minions now, takes down our cannon very quickly, and here comes another Goblin Barrel there, which we counter with just some skeletons at the back. Our Musketeer will take down the minions and take down the Witch. And we've got 2 Musketeers now. Poison Spell will take down the Furnace, Fire Spirits, Witch, and the tower all together. And Hog Rider now coming in hard. Final push, hopefully. 1 swing, Zap Spell, 2 swings, 3rd swing, bang! 2-0 win for Jack. Again, same deck, Hog Trifecta. So here we go. Battle number 3 in this tournament. Looks like we're playing against... I don't know what this deck is actually. Don't know what this is yet. Let's have a look and find out. Opponent plays a Wizard. We play our Elixir Pump at the back. Looks like opponent has a Lumberjack there. So it looks like it's a Lumberjack based deck with lots of little units around it to support it and make use of the Zap Spell and the Royal Giant as well. Lightning Spell takes down a bunch of our troops. So Hog Rider, Valkyrie pushing in together. The Ice Spirit freezes them temporarily. Fireball takes down the Valkyrie. Hog Rider gets 1 swing off before being taken down by the goblins. So we zap those just to prevent any damage, of course, against our tower. And we're into reset. Building up Elixir. Alright, we play an Elixir Pump once we fall at the back. Opponent now plays a Royal Giant at the very back. Building up Elixir once more. And we're full, so we're going to play our Musketeer at the back there in preparation for the Royal Giant crossing the river. Opponent now plays a Lumberjack, so we're going to counter that with a cannon and some skellies, but the opponent is Lightning Spell. Great Lightning Spell takes down our cannon, damages the tower, and takes down our Musketeer at the same time. Now we've got our Valkyrie taking down that Royal Giant slowly. Hog Rider joining in a bit of a counter push, but our right tower is very, very weak right now. Opponent again counters with a Fireball, takes down our Hog Rider, but now we poison and our Valkyrie is left alone to take a bit more damage off that tower. So double Elixir time. We drop off our Musketeer at the back. Opponent again plays a Royal Giant at the back. Valkyrie crosses the river now, gets lightninged. So the Musketeer goes down. Our skeletons and our Poison Spell gets joined. Hog Rider gets into the tower, gets a few shots off, and takes that down. Now we've got to defend hard because the Royal Giant's going to take down our tower. We couldn't defend in time, so 1 tower apiece. 30 seconds to go with full strength towers remaining. So Royal Giant coming in towards our side now. It'll take down our cannon before it crosses the river. Skeletons there to counter the Lumberjack. Musketeer to help out. Valkyrie will take down that Royal Giant nice and slowly. but Royal Giant, with the use of the Rage spell from Lumberjack, doing a lot of damage against us. Now we're into sudden death. So we've got a bit of a push here. Two Valkyries together, one gets taken down, the other one gets taken down as well. Lumberjack there, defensive Rage spell not being useful, but here comes the Royal Giant. It's just still within the Rage spell there, but now it's gone away. So we take that down before we suffer any damage this time. Wizard takes down all the skeletons. We get frozen by the Ice Spirit, but the Hog Rider does get to the tower, gets a few shots off, and opponent plays a Lightning to take down the Hog Rider. We do have a poison spell there to chip away a bit more damage while we build up more elixir. So it's not looking very good for us. Our tower is very weak. One more Royal Giant push and I think it's over. Here comes a Royal Giant and a Lumberjack now. We've got to defend really hard here. So Valkyrie, Skeletons, Musketeer. Cannon there distracts the Royal Giant just in time. So that was perfect timing by Jack. Royal Giant going in. Lightning spell almost takes down our tower, but we have a push. Hog Rider, Poison, Valkyrie, Lightning take out those troops. Musketeer joins in, and we take down that second tower just before the fireball hits us. What a close game. 2 towers to 1. So on to the fourth battle now, fourth replay. Here comes the opponent, just going to chip away some damage with the Spear Goblins. We play a Musketeer at the back and a Elixir Collector. Opponent will play a Poison spell, but accidentally damages our King's Tower with the Poison spell as well. But that's a bit of a disadvantage for him, makes his pushing a bit harder. Musketeer, Valkyrie gets taken down by that horde of Barbarians and the Wizard there at the end. So we're going to wait for that Wizard to damage the tower, and then we take it down with our Skeletons. We're just going to play a cannon there because we had nothing else at the time. So Musketeer being placed at the back. Fireball will damage that and the tower at the same time, and the Zap spell will take down our Musketeer. Looks like that's how our opponent's going to play against our Musketeer every single time, knowing how damaging it can be. So here we go. Poison spell, Valkyrie, Hog Rider. We take down the bunch of Barbarians. The Hog Rider is allowed to get a few shots off against that tower, and then it gets eventually taken down. Spear Goblins, we'll just let them chip away and we'll finish them off with our Skeletons. So looking quite even here. We have a slight advantage. Here comes the opponent with the Hog Rider. We'll distract that aside with a cannon and we'll finish it off with the Musketeer. And once we build up a left elixir, we get fireboard, and as is expected, we get zapped as well. Opponent does not want us to have a Musketeer shooting their tower. Into double elixir now. Here we go. We'll start with the Valkyrie at the back. He'll attack our tower and our troops at the same time with the poison spell. I don't really see that as very good value being placed in that position. So here we go. Hog Rider, Valkyrie, Musketeer pushing with the poison spell as well, damaging all the units and the tower at the same time. Another Hog Rider joins the push, but it's not needed because the first push was able to take down that left tower. So in the 30 seconds left, we have a bit of a push going on still playing aggressively to distract the opponent from playing offensively. Sometimes attack is the best defense, but you can't be reckless at the same time. So here we go. Barbarians almost completely down. We've got 2 hit points left, and of course we get zapped. So now it's 1 tower apiece. We will be going into overtime in this battle. So here we go, Valkyrie. Opponent plays a cannon there in anticipation for the Hog Rider. We'll play a Musketeer next. We'll poison all that. Poison the Wizard, Tower, and the cannon at the same time. There's the Hog Rider being placed on the opponent's side, so the shorter distance to travel to that cannon, and gets a shot off against that tower before it gets taken down by the Barbarians. So Valkyrie gets taken down by the tower, and so does the Musketeer. Another cannon placed directly in front of the tower this time. Hog Rider will distract that with the cannon, pulls them back away from the tower, and we'll take that down quite easily. So we've got a bit of a counter push going on now. We've got the Valkyrie, the Musketeer. Opponent plays a poison. Again, I don't see that as very smart. that particular positioning of the poison spell. Fireball there doesn't do much against us. Valkyrie being placed on the opponent's side. Cannon again being placed right in the center. So we take that down quite easily. The Musketeer still has full strength and will take down all the spear goblins and get a few shots off against that tower. No, they won't. Musketeer gets taken down by the Barbarians. Hog Rider again going in, gets a few shots off against that tower, and we poison all the Barbarians, the Wizard, and the tower at the same time. Opponent plays a Hog Rider, will defend it exactly the same way by dropping a cannon in the middle. The Valkyrie will take down all those Barbarians as well, and Skeletons take down that Wizard. Opponent plays a poison spell, doing very little damage again against us. Hog Rider will take down that cannon. Musketeer will now support and take down all those Barbarians, or at least weaken them bit by bit. Hog Rider gets taken down that time by the Barbarians. So here's a little mini push by the opponent once more. Valkyrie, Hog Rider in, and of course will distract again the same way with the cannon. Opponent is just, he's gotten into a rhythm. Even though it's not working, the opponent's still doing the exact same thing and trying to hope for a different result. So here we go, Hog Rider going in, gets taken down by the Barbarians. Poison spell there to weaken them all and the tower at the same time. And bit of a counter push now. We will defend with the Valkyrie. Cannon there placed by the opponent in preparation for the Hog Rider. Musketeer, Valkyrie there. Takes that down. Hog Rider coming in. Again, bunch of Barbarians. Takes down that Hog Rider and will poison that tower once again and the Barbarians. So we're just basically slowly chipping away against that tower with the poison spell. There's only 25 seconds to go, but looking at that health remaining on the tower, one more poison spell should be all we need to take that one down. Our defense is solid, so we can afford to just take our time, chip away at that tower while defending at the same time. So here we go, poison spell there, we'll eventually take that down. We'll get a 2-1 victory with only 9 seconds remaining in overtime. So there we have it, guys. That is part 1 of this 2-part series featuring the Trifecta deck. I'll look forward to seeing you on the next part. See you later.